Joanna Stanescu. I am a colon hydrotherapist at the Root Chakra inside South Bay Holistic Spa, and as of last week, I'm officially a certified traditional naturopath. And in a few weeks, we will find out if I will be a board certified traditional naturopath. Pretty confident though. I am back. I know I've been kind of MIA the last few weeks, kind of on here sporadically on Tuesdays because I was studying for board exams, but I'm done with that. And I know I told you that once I'd be done with board exams, I would be back on here regularly. Before we start this episode of Is Butter a Carb and Why You Don't Need No Keto, I had some conflict when I was picking the title for the episode, so I couldn't decide, so I chose them both. We're going to talk about keto in just a little bit, ketosis. But I just wanted to kind of touch base with you guys and see if you want me to come back weekly on Tuesdays and be consistent with it, or the trouble that I've been having is that I feel really inspired to go live throughout the week. And then if I kind of hold it for Tuesday, you know, I'll write my notes and then Tuesday I go live and I've lost that like inspiration. So I'm considering maybe doing away with Tinfoil Tuesdays and just going live throughout the week whenever I feel inspired to go live. But a lot of you guys have really liked my tinfoils. So if you love them, if you want me to keep them coming and stay consistent with that, let me know. I might just go live sporadically throughout the week. I think will make for a much better live too. You know, if I actually go live when I'm inspired and motivated and, you know, all the emotions are there. Sometimes something happens with a client and I'm just so passionate and I want to share with you guys, but I hold it till Tuesday and then, you know, I kind of lose some of that passion. So let me know. But let's get started with this carb. You should see it. It is classic. But why you don't need no keto. Ketosis is super trendy right now, and you know, eating a ketogenic diet there's a few diets that are trending right now, but keto is a really big one of them. And I wanted to just hop on here really quickly and talk to you briefly about ketosis, ketogenic diet. So what is it? What does it entail? And why I don't necessarily recommend it unless you're in two very specific situations. And those two situations are if you have a lot of weight to lose, and I'm saying a lot of weight, like over 100 pounds, or if you have like a chronic ailment that's rooted in inflammation, which most are, such as cancer. If you're not dealing with these two, I wouldn't necessarily recommend you know, a ketogenic diet for you. And then not only that, but eating you know, a ketogenic diet isn't necessarily the only way. Well, it's not the only way that you're going to get to your goals. And that's true for almost anything that we're trying to attain. There's not any one single way to get there. There's a lot of ways. And so ketosis, what happens essentially is that you're fat burning instead of sugar burning. What does that mean? You want to be a fat burner and not a sugar burner. And that's that you literally want to burn fat instead of sugar when you're consuming your calories. Now, if we look at a calorie and we think of it as not this evil thing that's going to make us fat, and look at a calorie for what it truly is, and that's energy. If you look at a calorie for a protein or a carb, they have 4 calories per gram, and fats have 9 calories per gram, meaning there's literally more energy compacted into fats than there are in carbs or proteins. Diet, high fat, low carb, and a moderate amount of protein. A moderate amount of protein. This is almost low protein. It's an extremely high fat diet. And it's a ratio as well. So keep in mind that if you're going to eat more protein or if you're going to eat more carbs, you have to eat a lot more fat to hit that ratio. What I see a lot of people do wrong when they try to attempt a ketogenic diet is that they eat a lot of protein. They do high fat, high protein, and low carb. And that's really more of an Atkins kind of diet. It's really not a ketogenic diet. You're not going to hit ketosis eating a lot of protein. And I'll explain to you in a moment just, you know, why. But it's really dangerous if you do that, because if you're eating a lot of fat and then you're eating a lot of protein, all that fat isn't going to get burned off like you're intending it to. You're not in ketosis, you're still burning sugar, and you're just going to deposit that fat and you're going to get fat. So I'm not going to sugarcoat it. That's just what's gonna happen. So protein and carbs, they both break down into glycogen, and you're either going to you produce both glycogen and ketones, but when you're burning sugar, you're using up glycogen, and when you're burning fat, you're using up ketones, if that makes sense. And this is why if you're having a lot of protein, you're going to still be producing a lot of glycogen. You're not going to hit ketosis. You're not going to burn off those ketones. All that fat that you're eating is only going to literally be transferred on as fat on your body. And then one of the biggest reasons why I don't recommend ketogenic ways of eating is because it's really hard on the liver. The liver has to metabolize fat. Sorry, it looks like my internet went out. I live in the middle of nowhere, so it's not very dependable out here. But where was I? So I was out for like a few seconds. So when you're eating high protein, it's going to transfer into fat. You're going to produce more glycogen. And you're not going to hit ketosis. You're just going to deposit all that fat on you. Now, ketogenic ways of eating are really hard on the liver. I do recommend that you do it under the care of a doctor. Make sure that they're monitoring your liver, that you're not getting yourself in trouble. A naturopath is great too. It doesn't have to be a medical doctor. Anybody who can order tests is great. I don't recommend ketogenic diets if you have never counted macros before. If you have never kept a super detailed food journal where you've counted your macros, if you don't know what I'm talking about, don't jump into trying a ketogenic diet. You're not there yet. And while we're on the topic of why I wouldn't recommend ketogenic diets, they're really hard to maintain. They're not very sustainable. Eating high fat all the time is a lot of work. You're really better off eating a well-rounded diet, getting moderate amount of carbs, moderate amount of proteins, moderate amount of fats, eating whole, fresh, real food, eating fake, nothing processed. Another reason why I don't necessarily think that ketogenic ways of eating are necessary, because whether you're looking for more energy, which you will get when you're in ketosis, because like I explained to you, you have more energy per gram when you're burning fat, so you literally have more energy to consume and less amount of food, but you will have more energy, but you can get more energy from adaptogens, getting more sleep, exercising more. You can lose weight exercising more, eating healthier, eating an anti-inflammatory diet, getting rid of the grains and the dairy and anything that's packaged or processed. Same thing goes with cancer. There are a lot of ways that you can get rid of cancer. You don't have to eat a ketogenic diet. So is it necessary? No. You don't need no keto. Is it useful? Absolutely. In certain circumstances and very specific circumstances. Like I said, if you have over 100 pounds to lose, go for it. If you have cancer and you're kind of running out of options, go for it. I think it's a great option. Not long term. If you want to try it, make sure that you are doing your research, that you're reading into it, that you are very knowledgeable as far as the impact that it has on your liver, that you're monitoring that you're being safe about it, and cycle through it. Don't stay on it for long term. Do it for 30, 60, maybe 90 days, cycle off of it, and then you can get back on it if you liked it, if you felt that it worked for you. But anyway, those are my 2 cents on keto. Let me know if you have any questions. If you want to date me on anything, bring it. And let me know, do you want me back on regularly Tuesdays, or should I going to be spontaneous and jump on Tinfoil Tuesday. This is episode 40, you guys. This is insane. It's almost been a whole year that I've been doing this. It's probably been, I should look back, it's probably been about a year. I missed a few weeks here and there, especially the last couple months, but other than that, I've been really consistent. So I think we're getting right up on that year mark. So maybe I'll do something special for our 1 year anniversary with Tinfoil Tuesdays. But hope to hear from you guys, and let me know if there's any other topics that you want covered. But I hope you guys have a great evening, and I will catch you next Tuesday, or maybe later this week I'll go live and surprise you. Who knows? Bye, guys. Have a good night.